Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our first presentation class. Now, before we begin about the presentation tips and presentation expressions, I have a small warm-up quiz for you. Have you heard of Fortune magazines?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fortune magazines, yes, okay, good. In 2009 in Fortune magazines, they selected top 30 global leaders at that time.
Okay.
Can you guess who the global leaders were?
Bill Gates.
Thank you, Bill Gates. Who else?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Unfortunately, I don't remember that name. The rival of Bill Gates.
With the guy for.
He has two rivals. Yes. The company rival. Microsoft.
I forget his name. It's like
Yes. Microsoft and Google Android phone and
Apple CEO.
Steve Jobs.
Thank you. Okay, Steve Jobs. Who else?
I just couldn't remember the name of the CEO of Microsoft.
Right. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. Igoni unfortunately wasn't selected as top 30. It included Oprah Winfrey, Jack Welch. Okay, so what Fortune magazine did is they selected top 30 global leaders and studied why these people are so successful. And amazingly, they found 4 same abilities for global leader. Okay, so can we guess what ability do you think we need to have to become successful globally?
Belief?
Belief, maybe top 10, unfortunately not top 4.
Like decision, like they make it in a short time, but they make right decision.
Quick decision making, very nice. Maybe top 7, unfortunately not top 4. I'll give you a hint. Steve Jobs is very famous for this. Innovation ends this.
I don't read the magazine.
So-
So it's like very hard for me to read.
Yeah?
Solution?
Solution? Ability to something. Ability to something, ability to something, ability to something.
Contents?
Contest, what kind of contest?
Electronic contents?
Electronic contest? Unfortunately.
Or
Ability to trust their employee.
Steve Jobs was
No.
very poor at trusting his employees. Right, okay. I will start with number 3 because I think Koreans are very good at this ability. We have very fast IT, right? One of the fastest internet in the world. So, ability to update new information quickly was the 3rd ability. Second ability was ability to negotiate well. In our class, this one will be today's mission.
It's a presentation.
Okay, thank you. Here, presentation.
Presentation. Okay.
Yes, skills, yes. Was the first ability to become successful globally. So this is why we want to study and be good at presentation. The thing is, in Korean, maybe you were excellent. The problem is English presentation, right? And so we're going to practice and practice and practice so we can increase our confidence level in the presentation skills. This is our long-term goal. But just for a 1+1 bonus, can you guess what the last ability could be? Yes. I was very poor at this ability, but I'm trying to work on this ability to remember people's names. Yes. Right. So today, since it's the first class, my mission is to remember our class. John and
Ariana.
Adam, but Aria was a little bit difficult, right? Ariana, right. So that's our today's mission. However, let's try to put this as our long-term goal. Then, what is a good way to increase our presentation skills in English? There are so many tips.
Practice makes
Maybe that is the answer. Maybe practice makes perfect is the answer. The important thing is the practicing method. Just practice practice without any kind of method or any expression, practice all day, we get nowhere. With a certain set of methods and skills, and then practice, maybe the perfect may come to us quicker.
Right.
Today, maybe I want to talk about 2 tips that can help us present in English more logically and clearly. I'll give you 2 tips to start off with, which is first, transitions. Second would be positive words. Let's take a look at the first one, for example. If our topic was Korea, and there are 5 presentation slides,
Okay.
or 5. Usually intro, maybe content. Okay, content, let's put this together. Content, key point 1, 2, 3, and then maybe conclusion. The most common mistake, not mistake, but faults that Koreans make is each time they turn over to the slide, what do we say? Next, next, and then, that's all, right? Then, as the audience, and next, and then, and next, and next, we cannot follow easily. So one tip I can give you is use conjunctions and transitions effectively. What is the difference between conjunction and transitions? Conjunctions we can use inside one point to connecting.
Right.
Transition is for the big connections. What are the main conjunctions? Furthermore is a transition.
Connection.
Yes. So fanboys, easy to remember. So fanboys. The most typical one is this one, yes. And but maybe S is for
so far.
Maybe.
So.
Yeah. So oh, we can say so far. It's possible. Yes. What else? F for for. N for
Not.
nor. O for or. Y for yes. So we have to practice using these fanboys conjunctions effectively inside here. Let's take a look at an example. Maybe pros of Korea. Pros means
The positive.
positive aspects. Okay. So let's say number 1. What are the pros of Korea? You tell me.
Fast internet. Like
Fast internet. Yes, fast IT. Good. Second,
delicious food.
food is nice. Okay, let's think about 2. Okay. How about for here then? Cons of Korea. What are the cons?
Tense between North Korea and South Korea.
Okay, good. Tense of North, South Korea. One more.
Corrupt government.
Corrupt government, really?
But it seems like
Okay, alright, we can put that. Corrupt government.
I don't trust them. So.
Right.
Wow.
Usually, every country a little bit of
It's recording,
corruption.
so.
Right. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to connect from here to here using conjunctions and transitions. The first point I want to make is the pros of Korea. Number 1, it's fast IT. This means it's got the fastest internet on the world. And it also has a very nice and delicious food. This is connecting with conjunctions. But from one point to the next one, pros and cons is totally different. And it's next line. So these are the pros of Korea. usually and then, or next. It's a big no-no, right? So what do we want to use instead? Transitions.
In the other side, there's a concept.
Good. On the other hand, however, right? Nevertheless, right? So we want to use, or let's move on to the second point, right? So we want to make sure we are comfortable using the correct transitions and the correct conjunctions case by case. Why? This helps audience easily follow the flow, right? But let me give you the list of transition and conjunctions later on, and we can practice some activity. The second point is positive words. We Koreans are very humble, I think. So, very common thing I hear is, I'm sorry. Whenever we make a mistake in presentation.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Everywhere is sorry, right?
There's a song for that too.
That's right. It's not our fault. It's just we are humble, right? But presentation is also an act. We have to cover our anxiousness and nervousness. We have to keep this in mind. Another common one is I think. If I'm doing a presentation on this pen, I say, oh, I think this pen will be very successful.
Right.
Then the buyers would think, I think? Not good enough. I'm not buying this.
Right.
Right? So, we want to use positive or confident words. Let's say I made a mistake. Well, let's say I forgot the next slide, so I don't know what to say. Instead of I'm sorry, what can we say?
As you look at the next slide, and then you can get a glimpse about what is going to happen.
So as you can see at the next slide, okay, you can do that, right? But how about you said, as you can see at the next slide, and then you still cannot remember, and you have to look at your notes.
Please just repeat.
Right. Okay. Oh, you can pass, or you can ask a question. You can, if you have to say I'm sorry, let's try to say pardon me, excuse me.
Okay. Excuse me.
Now, in daily lifestyle in English, I'm sorry is very, very common. I'm sorry, are you okay? But in business English, I'm sorry is not recommended. Why? It doesn't sound confident, and Western businessmen don't like confident business counterparts. So we use excuse me. I think.
That's my opinion.
Yes. As my opinion. For me. Or if you are more confident, I believe. Right. Another one. Please don't hesitate to ask me any questions. I hear this very, very many times. Now, message or tone is positive or negative? Please don't hesitate to ask me any questions.
It's a positive.
Message is positive, but don't is negative word or positive word? Negative word. Hesitate, negative. It sounds like, oh, please hesitate to ask me any questions, right? If we change this to positive words, how can we change it to? This happens in email as well.
Right.
Please don't hesitate to contact me. Right.
You can reach me at this number anytime.
You can reach me at this number at any time, please, or feel free to ask me any questions. So this, even though it is the same message, the tone is totally different. Especially in presentations, usually we are trying to persuade people. To persuade people, we need to maintain a positive tone. I've also prepared some activity sheet for positive words. So let's go through the activity sheets for transitions and positive words, and let's discuss after.
Okay.